Welcome back to my channel. You already know it's your boyhood Diggity the Rock Reactor back with another video. Yes, sir. Before I proceed, let me know where you tapping in from. Let me know what country, what city, what mountain, what hill, what cave, what island, what planet, what universe. Let me know where you at. Represent your hood. Yes, sir. A world of love to my Ukraine. An abundance of peace to my well-deserved Ukraine. As I stand with God, I stand with Ukraine. Yes, sir. Now, I thought a lot about doing this type of video, reaction video. But it would be not too smart of me doing this. It would be smart to do it because I believe even the devil has a logic that needs to be heard. Even though unlikely to be understood and even less to be for me to agreed. Now, I wanted to hear this because I want to know what he's up to. I want to know what's going on. I want to know his logic. This is the first time I ever hear this man speaking. I think I've heard clips. I have heard clips of him talking. I heard a few clips, but I never really sat down and heard exactly what he's about, what his aims are. Even though this is just a regular speech, you know, I'm probably not gonna learn much about him here, but I wanted to hear it, and also I want to hear people's opinion. I love to hear people's opinion, but I love to hear people's opinion, people that are actually there. The people's from Ukraine, the people's from Russia. I like to hear their logic. I like to hear what they're talking about. Because the people on this side, all of us is just basically speculating, unless we're deep journalists that are actually investigating it on a day-to-day basis. But anyway, let's get right to it, guys. Let's get right to it. And before we do, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on the description. This is Putin sounds alarm, Russia's fierce offensive near Ukraine's heartland. Let's take a listen. Let's take a view.
Dear friends, dear citizens of Russia.
Excuse me, guys. At least it said dear friends. That made me cough. Okay, let's get right to it. I'm sorry.
Dear friends, dear citizens of Russia, I would like to congratulate you on the holiday, the day of reunification of the Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republics, Zaporozhskaya and Kherson Oblasts with our great united country. 3 years ago, at the referendums in Donbass and Novorossiya, millions of our compatriots independently and freely determined their future, made a dream come true, with which they have lived for many years, made the most important and fateful decision, to be with their fatherland, with Russia, to return to their native family, a part of which they have always been. We have done what we had to do, and we are proud of it. We supported our brothers and sisters in their firm and
Guys, so basically, let me get this straight. So Russia's basically a unification of different countries, or part of it. Right, and I guess that he believes that Ukraine is part of Russia. I'm assuming that Ukraine was part of Russia, but Ukraine, just like a lot of other countries, just separated themselves, and they went independent, I guess. Let me know, guys. I don't know the whole history. To be honest with you guys, I'm gonna be very honest. That's the other day was the first time I noticed that they got the new flag, that they had that flag. I'm probably late as hell, guys, because this is us from this side of the world. We usually not up to a lot of things, but especially I live in a small island. But I still thought that it was the same Soviet Union, the same Soviet flag. So the other day I was looking for the red flag, and I didn't know that this was the new Russian flag. I mean, Call me dumb, but I'm just being honest.
Responsible choice. Today, defending this choice, our soldiers and commanders are rising to attack. The whole country, the whole of Russia, is leading the right battle and is working. Together, we defend our love for our motherland and the unity of our historical fate. We fight and win. We defend our national interests, common memory and values, the Russian language, traditions, culture, and faith. It is our sacred right to honor the feats of our ancestors, many generations of true patriots of Russia, soldiers and workers. And together, shoulder to shoulder, we will continue to build our common home, a great and independent country, a sovereign state. We will overcome any challenges and only become stronger. I know how difficult it is for the people of liberated cities and villages. There are many acute and pressing problems, including the primary and vitally important ones for each person, the issues of reliable water supply, the availability of high-quality medicine, and so on. At the same time, we need not only to restore the destroyed infrastructure during hostilities, but also to restore the infrastructure that no one has been working on for decades. This is why a large-scale program of socio-economic development has been launched, and in fact, the revival of our original historical Russian lands, the whole country, the whole region of Russia has joined it. Thanks to their direct participation, as well as significant federal support, more than 23,500 different facilities in Donbass and Novorossiya have been built and renovated since 2022. These include residential buildings and schools, modern medical institutions, sports facilities, and youth centers. Energy, communication, housing, and transport systems are being updated. 460 kilometers of engineering networks and 6,350 kilometers of motorways have already been laid and modernized. Yes, there is still a lot of work to be done.
It sounds like the speech of a cornered politician. It sounds like that unification that he's talking about between all these countries and villages and cities within Russia. It sounds like it's momentarily convenient for him. Everything that he's talking about, all these programs and all this stuff within Russia, I think it's just he's doing it conveniently. He's mentioning it that, or he just started doing it because he knows he's going to need the support from other people. Like I said, this sounds like a speech of a cornered man, of a desperate man. This sounds like the speech of somebody who all of a sudden, it's like, if I don't ever talk to my neighbor, I don't ever look for my neighbor, I'll be fighting with my neighbor, and then all of a sudden, some people's coming to attack me from another neighborhood. All of a sudden, I'm going to want to be friendly with my neighbor because I want him to defend me. That's what it sounds like to me. I may be wrong, but it does, and this is the first time I actually sit down and listen to this guy talk. But it sounds like a lot of politician blah blah.
But we will certainly solve all the tasks set out. We will provide the necessary conditions to reveal the colossal potential of Donbass and Novorossiya, industrial, agricultural, scientific, and cultural, so that new families can be created here, so that people can raise their children and grandchildren, so that there are more opportunities for education, creativity, self-realization, and professional growth. On this festive day, on the year of the Defender of the Fatherland, I address the soldiers and officers, the real heroes of our time, with a special feeling. I thank you for your loyalty to your motherland, for your military valor and courage, for every day of your hard combat work. I am sure that, thanks to you, the security of Russia will be reliably ensured, and the long-awaited and strong world will return to the heroic land of Donbass and Novorossiya. We are together, and this means that all our plans will be realized. Happy holiday. Happy reunification day.
You know, guys, it sounds to me, just based on just watching him, it sounds to me like he. Let me just stop the video there because I don't think there's much more to it. It sounds to me like this guy has a lot of internal enemies because this is the type of dude that everything is when it's convenient to him or when it suits him. Everything is when it suits his everything is all about his objective. And when it's time to cater to the people that he so-called unified, he caters to them and he caters to their need, but it's all momentarily while he carries out his objective or his goal. It's all about his goal. I don't know. This is based on what I just saw. It just sounds like a lot of blah blah. And I think his unification is really empowerment over. It's really just another invasion of an internal invasion within himself, within the country. And it looks to me like he has a lot of people, and I mean internally, against him. There's a lot of people for him. He has a lot of people next to him. He has a lot of people that they're with it. You know, they're with the shits, like they would say here. But there's a lot of people that ain't with the shits. That's just all I got to say. Guys, let me know what's going on. What do you think about this? What you don't think? School me on what I should know or shouldn't know. But this is the first time I hear this guy speaking, and I don't know why I would not trust this guy at all. He looks like he's just another politician that's cornered and just a bunch of blah blah. And what he's talking about doing and all this unification shit, I think when it wasn't convenient, he was saying fuck this people. Or he wasn't doing shit, and now he wants to do it. And there's a lot of shit he ain't going to be able to do because he's getting crippled at the pockets. Guys, let me know what's going on. Let me know your opinion, like I said. And, of course, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on the description. Love you, Ukraine. I stand with Ukraine. Peace, love, and God bless for my Ukraine.